Well, hello there, everybody. I go by my trail name Jellybean, and this is my new 2003 Ford Econoline 150 van that I built out here in Kentucky. Bought it in Palm Springs, drove to Kentucky. If you're new to the channel, so I decided we're going to give you a tour today. So up here is my wardrobe. I haven't installed gas shocks yet. I didn't think it'd really bug me, but it is. So I'm going to have to get some and put them up there. But we have two cabinets up here for all my clothes. Obviously, here is my bed. It's a 5-inch memory foam mattress, cooling gel infused top, mattress topper on top of that. And it is very, very, very comfortable. In the back is my air fan. It is not a Max Air fan. I cannot remember the name. When we go around back, I'll take a look and try to remember. But it does everything the Max Air fan does: rain sensing, in, out, up, down, remote control, everything. I could buy a little housing to make it look like a Max Air fan, but why? I have no desire to drive with it running. There wouldn't be no need to. And other than that, it does everything the Max Air fan does, except it's a third of the cost. It was only like it was shy of 150. I can't remember, but I know I saw the Max Air fans with all those same functions for like 350. So maybe not a third of the cost, maybe a little bit of half. Okay, so I will flip around here and kind of show you what else we got going on. I was sitting on a little ottoman, but we're going to get the camera out of here and we will show what else we got. All right, next on the docket is our kitchen cabinet. And these are soft closing drawers. As you can see, take a little bit to open them. That one's full of stuff already. And we have a propane tank down here. Now I put in these privacy curtains with a little valance. And it does a very good job of blacking out the van. I mean, middle of the day, you're going to get a little light. Now, everybody wants to know, where do you go to the bathroom? That is the bathroom. And for moisture and odor control, I use pelletized horse bedding. And we're going to take a look just so you guys are going to be like, what the heck is that, right? Don't worry. It looks just like little pellets. And you got a bag. You got it. And for the other, we've got a bottle. All right. Now, we have a lot of stuff just sitting around right now because, I'm just moving in. So we have 2 totes worth of stuff. This one here on the left, we're getting rid of the stuff in that. That's just, pillowcases I'm going to keep. But extra underwear and t-shirts and socks we're going to throw away as we go. As we drive underneath. Hey, there's what I was looking for all night last night. Underneath here is a little storage cubby, which I just have shoes and all kinds of stuff under. And it also helps access the electrical section, which is behind that panel there, that I can take off if needed. So then we have an ottoman that also holds all my winter coats and things like that, heavy sweaters that we don't need till later on. Coming around further, we have the water cabinet and the sink. That's our little faucet. Just flips up like that and you can turn it on. Obviously I have my breakfast dishes in there and some other crud that I just haven't put away yet. Going a little further, we have obviously another door closure. And inside we have all kinds of stuff. but we have a gray water and a freshwater tank, and then all kinds of stuff for storage. Cleaning products, breakfast cereal, hot dog buns, you name it, we got it in there. Now, one little fun addition to the outside of these beautiful cabinets that were handmade is this little flip down outdoor table. There you go. Now you got a nice little space to eat outside. And if it's sun level, there is a nail that rope is attached to, and you can just adjust it. All right, let's get the fridge out. Okay, so this is our Iceco 65-liter fridge, and right now it's running off my friend's power off the house, but I can power it off the van's 12-volt system that I installed, or the Bluetti system that I have in here as well, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But it's on sliders. Just unlatch it, pull it out, and then you can do your business. Also works as a table, or it could be a chair. It's on 440-pound sliders. Locks in place. All right, let's talk about heater next. All right, this is my all-in-one diesel heater by Silvel. I have not fired it up because it is middle of summer in Kentucky, and it's been like 95 degrees, 85% humidity. We do not need the diesel heater. Hopefully when we fire it up, it will work, but we won't know until probably September. It's an 8,000 kilowatt, or 8 kilowatt, I'm sorry, diesel heater. You just put the diesel in, fire it up. It's got a little remote control, everything, and it has two vents, one for exhaust and one for intake that go underneath the van. So we will go out and take a look at those. I don't know if you could get a good look at those cabinets when I was showing you earlier. I don't think they were really on camera, but there they are. And there is the fan in back, in case you could not see that very well. Okay, see, we'll go outside and take a look around now. As I said, to do this, we're going to have to close the sliding door. And then down there, you can see that is the exhaust for the diesel heater, and the intake is up underneath. All right, let's go back around to the garage. And it is packed. Okay, so here is the fan, and the fan is a Outprize, is the name of that fan. I'll include a photo in here of the garage empty, but yeah, it's full. So on top of the van, we have 4 100-watt solar panels, and those are connected to 2 different electrical systems. We've got a fan here in back, just for air circulation. I've got another one up front in the driver's seat. I got a little spice rack up there. But yeah, this is the van, guys. And because it is not an extended van, I am sleeping east to west on a full mattress, which I had to trim just a few inches off to get to fit snugly. But it is perfect for me, as I am 5'9" and I have 5'9" of clearance. Okay, let's talk electrical and whatever else we can think of. Okay, so for my electrical system, and if you watched the channel before, I've lived out of, or haven't, I was living out of an SUV that I had built out. I lived out of it for a couple of years without it being built out. And then last year came here and we built it out. It was very tight, very small. So to make it the easiest, I just bought a Blue Eddy AC 200p and put 3 solar panels on the roof. That basically just ran the refrigerator. I had some puck lights that I never used because they were on the 110, and charged my electronics, things like that. Well, that was very expensive. I mean, between the Blue Eddy, that's like $1,400, and the 3 solar panels, $1,700. If I had more room, I would have built an electrical system, but I didn't. So in the SUV, that was the best way to go. Now I have more room. I still have the Blue Eddy. So for right now, I have 2 systems. 3 of those panels on the roof, because the Blue Eddy needs at least 35 volts to charge. The Blue Eddy is basically going to run my refrigerator 90% of the time. And then I also have USB cables that can come off there and charge my electronics. Then on top of that, I have put a 12-volt electrical system in the van as a house system. I can run the refrigerator off that. The lights are off that. The ceiling air fan and the diesel heater are all on that. I currently have one 100 amp hour lithium phosphate 4 battery connected to that system. Eventually, I'm going to have probably 3 batteries, and we will get rid of the Blue Eddy at some point. But for now, to save money, why buy a bunch of batteries when I've got the Blue Eddy? So we're just going to run dual systems. I have one 100-watt panel going to the house system, and there's also a Renogy DC to DC MPPT controller, which also runs off the alternator to power the battery. So the solar, 100 watts of solar and the DC to DC charger will take care of that 100 amp hour battery without a problem. The 3 solar panels will run the Blue Eddy and the fridge for the refrigerator. Now, if need be, while driving, I can also charge the Blue Eddy off of the house system. So I can also use the alternator to take care of the Blue Eddy. Wow. Yes. So that's why I currently have 2 electrical systems, cost, and I already had one. But I wanted to put in an actual 12-volt system. So the lights, the fan, run through a fuse box. The diesel heater is wired directly to the batteries, but I have a kill switch in between. I've heard 2 different reasons, but the company recommends wiring your diesel heater directly to a battery because sometimes you'll lose voltage going through a fuse box. I've also heard that people say that's not true, that they tell you that because it's got a cool down period and they don't want you to shut it off because it could damage or cause issues with the heater. I'm not really exactly sure why, but I went ahead and wired it to the battery per the specifications of the company, but I did put a kill switch because I don't want it draining power all the time. It's July. It does not need to be on. So it is currently off. And again, I have not put fuel in the tanks yet, as is. But we bought this van with 150 couple thousand miles on it, out of Palm Springs, California. There is absolutely no rust underneath. There was a little bit on the floor in the interior from washing the van out and getting water in underneath the floor. I sanded that all down, painted it. There's one little spot on the roof I still have to take care of. But then other than that, we have made some window coverings. So we'll take a look at those. Okay, so for the front of the van, the drivers and passenger windows, I just made some Reflectix cutouts. And then the driver or the front windshield, I repurposed the Bean Pods windscreen cover that I hate. It doesn't do anything other than black out. But for right now, until I can get some money together and buy some really fancy ones, that's what we did up front. But for out in back, what I did is I took the carpet that I made like door panels and stuff with, and I put 2 layers of that and then Reflectix inside of that. These are heavy, they're robust, they're going to do a heck of a lot of insulation, and they do an amazing blackout. But it's indoor-outdoor carpeting, and the nap of it is kind of like Velcro, the soft Velcro. So what I did is I just lined the entire window with sheets of Velcro, and then these go in, and trust me, you have to pull to get these out. These, I mean, they take a little force to get them out of there. The one on the other side, I have to dig in there. I don't know. This one really wants to stick. Okay, a couple little things I think I didn't talk about. One, the drawers on the kitchen cabinet. They take some force to open, but they were still coming open with weight. So what I did is I took 3 little eyelets, screwed those in, and I used a little cheap tent stake from Walmart that I would never use for a tent, but that slides through the 3 little eyelets, securing all the drawers. You just have to remember to put it in and take it out. So this is my build, guys. The previous video I talked about cost, but altogether with everything I have in here, you know, even like including the generator because it's in here, the cost of the van, everything, is north of $15,000. That may sound like a lot, but it's my home. And it's in really good shape. And I love the build. It turned out amazing. Another shout out to my friend Hickory, who I'm on his farm, where they are rebuilding his wife's family's farmhouse. Of course, it's his family now. And they just had their first baby around the first of the year. She's 6 months old now. So, oh, by the way, yeah, shout out for all the help he has given me. He built those amazing cabinets, and those are like $1,000 cabinet, dude. You know, they're just gorgeous. They, I don't know how well they turned out on camera, but they really are amazing. So yeah, this is my van build, and I'm excited with it, and I can't wait to get on the road and head back, probably to the Northwest. So, yeah, this is Jellybean's new home on wheels. So, all right. Thanks for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. Helps out the channel. And hey, as always, you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And thanks for watching my build.